And let me tell you that 1 John chapter 2, verse 6 bothered me this whole year. And finally, the Lord gave me peace. It was like we had this little, the Lord and I kind of had this little clashing, and I'm like, Lord, this verse is troubling to me. This gives me no hope. This is like someone saying, do you want to be beautiful? Do you want to know that you're beautiful? Just make sure that you look like your favorite Hollywood actress. Who can do that? How is that helpful? And then the Lord just gave me peace. Just walk as Jesus did. Think, and it was like the Holy Spirit was saying, Kelly, think about that. Think about it. I thought, okay, how did Jesus walk? And then I just started making a list. And I thought, well, first of all, if walking as Jesus walked is a way of life, if it's a behavior, as the HCSB says, to walk is it's a way of life, so just have your way of life or your behavior be like Jesus, if that's what that means, then I just thought, okay, when people came against Jesus, he didn't hold grudges, he forgave. Okay, that's one way he walked. When all the little children were coming up to him and the disciples were saying, oh, Lord, you don't have time for all of this nonsense. Like, they can't be getting in the way. Jesus said, no, let the little children come unto me. And he welcomed them. And then I thought, you know, whenever Jesus spoke, he never used his words to curse people. He used his words to bless. Okay? He never used his power to wound. He used his power to heal. Walking as Jesus walked. All right. And then I thought, well, what did Jesus value? Because the culture says that we're to seek the powerful and the prestigious and the wealthy, but Jesus went after the widow and the orphan and the least of these. Oh, walking as Jesus walked. Right. Okay. Thinking like he thought, caring for who he cared for, valuing what he said was important. Jesus didn't rely on his own strength, but remember, he would go to quiet places and he would depend on the strength of his Father. All right, I'm not supposed to strive, I'm supposed to depend on God. Jesus certainly was not greedy. In fact, we find out from Philippians that he did not even think equality with God something to be grasped. But he came and he laid down his life for us. Jesus wasn't greedy, he was generous. All right, how can I walk like Jesus walked? Jesus was never fearful, never anxious. He was calm and he was trusting. And we could just keep going with that list. I felt like the Lord was saying, Kelly, I'm not saying go be exactly like Jesus so you can have salvation. I'm saying if you want to dwell, if you want to remain, if you want to be where I'm at, if you want to be in that relationship, that place of peace, just do what he did. Think like he thought. Respond like how he responds. Act like he acted. Choose what he chose. And the only way I know how to do that is to get to know him. To get to know him in the Gospels, to get to know what the apostles teach about him in his letters, to study the Old Testament and see God's unfolding plan of redemption sweeping through. We just get to know him, and then we begin to walk like Jesus walked. And John says that's how we know that we abide. That's where the abiding takes place.